Hi, I'm Leith Graham and welcome to tonight's final episode in this series of The City. We've got another full program for you, including a look at Greater Dandenong's magnificent parks and gardens, nature reserves and playgrounds. We'll also check out some vital council services in child health and our great library facilities. But first up tonight, we'll catch up with a community group that performs a vital role in our culturally diverse city. Wellspring for Women is changing the lives of many women in our city for the better.
See familiar faces and hold their hands again. No better way to live our lives than spending time with friends.
Wellsprings is home away from home for many people. Wellspring door was opened in 1998. Anne Halpin was our founder, Sister Anne Halpin. She's a presentation sister. And had a dream to empower women to live their lives to the fullest. And originally, when she opened the door, it was only open for 4 hours a day on a Friday. As time went along, we realised a lot of people were settling down from new country in Dandenong. So Wellspring reviewed its program, and now 300 people actually come to Wellsprings, and we run ESL classes, we run computer classes, we also have an outreach program. And these programs all benefit the women who come to our centre. It's a women-only centre. It's for isolated women. Women from all walks of life come to Wellsprings, and they come here, they share their stories. It's an opportunity where they can learn from each other, tell their stories, and be empowered to make changes in their life. We do this through home visitation program, where we sort of go to their home, gently bring them out of their home and create a pathway for them and connect them to various programs here at Wellsprings. And we have people who are refugees, who are asylum seekers, who access our programs, and all of them bring the different type of culture, and together we learn from one another. It's the only program where the women can bring their children and learn from other women. We bring local schools to them where they can learn how to connect their children to schools. We also run a no-interest loan scheme here where people can apply for loans for a fridge or a bed and support them for emergency relief fund to help them when they're trying to settle in this country. We have people with special needs, people who have disability who come and access our art and craft. We have a volunteer who's in her 80s who's been teaching English, conversation in English, as well as teaching art to these ladies. The City of Greater Dandenong also supports us financially to keep this organisation alive and active. Wellsprings has opened doors to so many people. One of our participants who came to us through word of mouth is Nagal. Please hear her story.
Hello, my name is Nagar and I come from Iran. I have been in Australia since last June. It means just 1 year ago. When I first arrived to Australia, it was very difficult for me because in my country I was a teacher and I had a very beautiful life. But then my first arrival was very difficult because I couldn't say anything in English. It was very difficult for me and I was isolated at home. I needed someone to talk, to share my time, and just to get rid of the isolation, you know. So I started coming to Wellsprings for Women, and to be honest, this place is very, very nice and warm and kind for me, and all of the teachers and the manager and the assistant all of them were very kind to me. I start talking and that's it, and all of them support me. No one laugh at me because of my language, you know. That's why I'm really improved. So after 4 months, I decided to find a job. I came to Wellsprings and I asked the manager to be my referee and the assistant and the coordinator, and they are kindly accept to be my referee. I was a teacher in Iran. I want to be a teacher here, and I sent it to the Dandenong West Primary School's principal website, and she said, yes, you can come. Now I have a job. I can support my family and it's really great for me.
No better way to live our lives than spending time with friends.
Whether it's for learning or for leisure, Greater Dandenong's comprehensive library services are among the finest.
The library services provides its services through two libraries based at Dandenong and Springvale. There's also services available through our outreach service. We visit playgroups, but we also deliver library items straight into people's homes for people who are unable to get to the library due to illness or frailty. We also have quite a number of databases and a large range of resources available through our website. People can learn English in their own homes. They can try a few of the children's databases from the website, but they can also do some research and download e-audio books as well, straight onto their iPod or listening devices. We have just about up to 1 million visitors per year, so our facilities are well used by the community. 2012 is an important year for libraries. It's the National Year of Reading, so we're looking at having a year planned full of activities.
I'll just talk a little bit about some of the programs we have. One of the ones that's just finished, which was one of our biggest ones, is the Summer Reading Club. We generally get between about 800 and 1,000 members for that, and we have a range of different prizes. I guess the objective of the club is to encourage children to read over the holidays, and I guess the prizes are some incentive to get them to do that. Also over the summer holidays and every holidays we have a range of holiday programs. They can be things like entertainers, it might be puppet shows or magicians, that sort of thing, but we also have some staff-run activities as well.
We are so lucky to have a diverse range in our community of the population, and we have a lot of parents who can't even speak English. So in teaching the children, we're also teaching the parents as well. We have a lot of bilingual books here at the library, and they're free for the parents to borrow as well. So we are modelling for the parents and for the children, which is a wonderful way of doing it. And just making people aware that the library is free. It's amazing how many people don't realise that it is free to join, it's free to borrow everything we have here. It's a social place as well. It's a social place for the children, for teenagers and for adults. It is okay just to hang out in the library. It's a happy environment. Come on down. Our website is www.greaterdandenonglibraries.com.
There are lots of green open spaces in our great city. Our parks, gardens, nature reserves and playgrounds are of the highest quality. Caitlin Luong checked out how they're maintained by talking to the experts, starting with Conservation Team Leader Marie Keenan.
Green, green, it's green they say, on the far side of the hill.
So Marie, what exactly does the Bushland management team do?
Okay, well the Bushland management team is a crew of 6 people, and they look after more than 100 hectares of bushland that we have across the council. Their maintenance programs include pest and weed control, revegetation and also an annual planting program, and they plant more than 18,000 Indigenous seedlings in our parks and reserves each year. Basically they do this work to protect and conserve our local plants and animals, and also to improve the health of the natural environment. And also to complement these activities, they also have an environmental education program. We have an extensive collection of local animal specimens, as well as some live blue-tongue lizards and stick insects. The crew take the display to local schools and community groups so that people can get up close and personal with animals they might not normally get to see.
This one I've got here is an echidna. And do you know what an echidna is? Do you want to have a feel of his spikes? He's very gentle because they're very sharp. This is Lizzie. Lizzie is a blue-tongue lizard. Okay, and this is one of the lizards we bring around to people so they can have a look and see what they're like.
Our park's mascot, Harry Habitat, he's a large river red gum. He's always on hand to help as well. Individuals and groups can also visit one of our parks or reserves to see the display or take a guided tour, like here at Alex Wilkie Nature Reserve. And this is a really special park because although it's totally surrounded by housing here in Springvale South, it basically has remained untouched. So it's a really rare and excellent example of what the whole suburb and surrounding area would have looked like before European settlement.
We've got a couple of nest boxes, so we put those nest boxes up in the trees to provide habitat for our native fauna. So animals like possums, our brush-tail and ring-tail possums, which are inhabit this reserve, as well as our parrots, lorikeets, rosellas and things like that use them as well. A tree needs to be about 100 years old before it can establish hollows in it, so we're helping it along a bit by providing these homes for the animals.
Well, the Bushland team conduct an environmental events program which runs throughout the year, including community planting days in winter and spring. Planting days are a really great way of getting to know your neighbours while also helping the local environment. We also run a few other activities like frog watch nights and night stalks and wildflower walks. And the frog watch nights in particular are where local residents can help count frog numbers and identify frogs in our local wetlands. And this is a really important monitoring activity that we undertake because it helps us determine the health of the local creek or wetland, because the more frogs you can hear, the healthier the wetland is.
Our gardens are healthy too, thanks to Steve Nelson and his team.
So Steve, what sort of gardens do you look after?
We look after a wide range of gardens. We go from native garden like this one here at Pencil Park to floral ornamental gardens in Dandenong Park, the Springvale offices and Mons Parade and Aubrey Moss in Noble Park. So, and we also have a range of exotic plants around the offices and things like that. And we've got some beautiful native Indigenous gardens, which are local plants. So it's a broad spectrum and it's very challenging. Yeah. We do the general maintenance, the pruning, the planting, also we plan garden beds and we decide what plants go in there. Last year we planted 7,000 plants across the city in the planting season around June. We've got another planting program coming up for this year, which will be hopefully that many plants again. We've got the annual displays. The floral annual displays are in the high visible sites that we replant them twice a year, and that's a lot of preparation. And the gardeners they do the choosing of the plants, and it's a really fantastic job to do. Apart from the annual displays, we've also got some crates in Lonsdale Street, flower boxes, and we're going to put perennial plants, which are plants that we can plant out in the gardens after we've used them in the flower boxes. So they've got a dual purpose. They beautify Lonsdale Street, and also after 6 months we'll take them out and plant them in the parks to beautify the parks. So everyone gets a double benefit from them.
But our trees need the best care, and they get it from our city's arborist.
So Justin, what is an arborist?
Well, an arborist is someone who manages all aspects of tree care, from planting and maintenance right through to the tree's eventual removal. And as a council arborist, I look after in excess of 200,000 street and park trees, as well as assisting the planning department with trees on development sites.
So how do you manage all these trees?
Well, we have a long-term plan. It's a street tree strategy called Leafy Legacy, and it aims to replace all the older, less suitable trees with carefully selected trees that in the long term will reduce cost to council, as well as providing increased benefit to both the environment and the aesthetics of our city.
So how do you maintain such a large population of trees?
The council currently engages the services of Sevron Environmental, and they plant our trees, they water them, they mulch them, they control weeds and use stakes where necessary. And this maintenance is carried out on every new tree for 2 years. And each year we plant a minimum of 1,200 advanced trees. We have a cyclic pruning program where every street tree is pruned once every 2 years. And this covers electric line clearance and other general pruning that ensures the safety for pedestrians and other road users. It also ensures maximum tree benefit and longevity. In addition to the cyclic program, we also respond to a large volume of residents' requests for general tree works.
And who keeps our playgrounds safe for our kids?
I'm here with Gavin Roberts at Taddison Park. So Gavin, what is your role at the City of Greater Dandenong?
Yeah, I'm the service coordinator for playgrounds with Greater Dandenong, and my role is to inspect and carry out minor repairs to our playgrounds. We have 107 playgrounds at Dandenong, and they're broken up into 3 categories. Our first being our regional sites, which Patterson Park is one of those, our largest and probably our most popular playgrounds. These sites are checked on a daily basis, 365 days of the year, and they're quite because they are such a popular playground, they do need to be of a high standard of safety. And our next level of playground is neighbourhood, which is our middle-sized playground. These are checked on a fortnightly basis, and we also have local playgrounds, which are our smallest, and they're checked on a monthly basis. We actually employ an independent auditor who comes in twice a year and inspects all our playgrounds to see that we're complying with the Australian standards. Although we are checking the playgrounds all the time, we do encourage the residents or anyone that comes into the area to use the playground, if they see anything possibly unsafe or a hazard, to report it through so we can get on top of it as quick as possible and keep our playgrounds safe for everyone. Another big issue in playgrounds is the undersurfacing of their playgrounds. Australian standards state that we have to have 200 millimetres of softfall under all playground equipment. Because softfall's a movable material, we're constantly topping it up and keeping it to our required depth of 200 millimetres. Council employ a subcontractor who comes in on a regular basis and tops up all our playgrounds to make sure they're maintained at a safe level at all times. Australian standards also state that we have to have clearances between playground equipment, so we have a 2.5 metre clearance between all pieces of equipment, so we maintain a safe fall zone for everyone that's using the playground. Patterson Park is one of our most popular playgrounds. We call it the world of insects. You walk through a giant magnifying glass and you approach giant bull ants, spiders, ladybugs, caterpillars, an array of creatures, and giant blades of grass set amongst an idyllic setting. Hemmings Park, which is Dandenong's youth precinct, we have fantastic BMX and skate ramp facilities with a playground of a regional size, so picnic facilities there, toilets, you name it, we've got it. Another new program we started at Greater Dandenong is playground cleaning. We're the only council that are undertaking this sort of program. We employ subcontractors to come around and actually clean all our playgrounds over a period of time. Pressure cleaning that the guys are doing at the moment is 3000 psi and it's called power scrubbing. As part of the clean-up, they also look at all our barbecue and picnic facilities and clean and maintain all our toilets on a regular basis.
For more about our reserves and parks, check out the Greater Dandenong website. With more than 2,000 little arrivals in our city each year, our maternal and child health services play a vital role in the health and well-being of our growing families. As Liz Mann explains.
Maternal and Child Health Service is part of the wonderful statewide maternal and child health service that we have here in Victoria. Last year there were about 2,200 new babies that were born in the City of Greater Dandenong, and almost all those babies were seen by a maternal and child health nurse and enrolled in the service. Here we have a wonderful system. When the baby's born, the hospital sends the municipality where the mother lives a notice of birth, and from that point on the maternal and child health service contacts the parents, arranges a first home visit and goes and sees the family. In the hospital, the mother will have received her child health record book, and we now have these lovely green child health record books which parents are given and invited to complete themselves, pop photos of their baby in and make notes of when lovely exciting things happen. So the first visit is a home visit, and then there are 9 more key age and stage visits after that, all of which usually take place at the Maternal and Child Health Centre. In Greater Dandenong we have 11 centres, and parents will go to the centre that's usually the one that's closest to them, or they do have a choice. I have here Lisa, who is one of our maternal and child health nurses. This morning we've actually got a mother coming quite soon, haven't we? And her baby will be 8 months old.
At 8 months we do a full developmental check at every visit. We ask the mother if they've got any concerns. That's one of the things that we can tailor with the consultations. Any concerns that the mother has, we're able to address Sleep can often be an issue with 8-month-old babies, so the sleep pattern might have all changed as the baby develops further.
Yeah.
We see how they're going with progression of solids and just tailor it to talk to the mother about any concerns that she has specifically.
It's particularly worth mentioning the 2-year and the 3.5-year visit, because parents often feel that they've moved on and don't necessarily need to come back to the Maternal and Child Health Centre at this age, but these visits are very important for identifying any issues as the baby develops into a toddler and a preschooler. And the 3.5-year check, we do a vision screening, and if that vision screening isn't done, then it needs to be done at school, and of course it's important to do it in a timely way. So how does it go when parents bring their children for the 3.5-year check? What sort of things do you talk about?
We talk about how the child's development is going, if they have any concerns about the child's development in any way. Parents are very good at picking up concerns about their children, and they're the experts on their children. So we observe them in the way we've been trained to do it. So we're assessing their language development, we're assessing their motor skills, just in the course of watching the children play and observe them as we go. We watch the children's walking, we check the children's teeth, so it's a very important check in lots of different ways, both developmentally and physically.
At the key age and stage visits, we also talk to parents about the importance of immunisation, and we advise parents about where the sessions are held and all the practical things that parents need to know. We do have some immunisation sessions that are actually at some of our maternal and child health centres, which parents like because there isn't such a long queue and they know the nurse and it's all more familiar. We also run groups. We run groups for new parents, and we run CPR sessions for dads in the evening.
We run new parent groups mostly for first-time parents, and they run for 7 weeks. And basically, we cover topics including sleep and settling and first foods, introducing solids. And today we're talking about play and development and returning to work. And also we do CPR as well. We do some different, some individual one-off sessions as well. And we also do dad's nights throughout the years where we actually do the CPR and talk about safety with the dads so that they get a look in as well. The objective of the group is to develop sustainable connections between the group members so that they will continue after the 7 weeks after the group's finished, and that relationships that can develop from a mother's group can be very long lasting and help build connections and friendships within the community.
So we come here every Monday at 10 a.m. and us new mothers, and we have a great time and we learn a lot, and the service is wonderful.
Greater Dandenong's shortest lunch is on again in June. Shortest lunch? Well, I guess Leanne McKECHNIE will explain.
Greater Dandenong has been involved with the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival for a number of years now, but one of our unique events is a shortest lunch. You may have been to a longest lunch as part of Melbourne Food and Wine Festival, but why not come down and enjoy a shortest lunch on the 21st of June. That's going to be held at the Drum Theatre, and we have a fantastic time. There's lots of entertainment, it's a 3-course meal and beverages, and it's celebrating the shortest day of the year. So don't think it's the shortest lunch and you've got to be in and out really quickly. So come on down. For inquiries, go to our website www.greaterdandenong.com/tours. We'd love to see you as part of our shortest lunch celebration.
Well, that's it for tonight's show and the series. The team has enjoyed bringing you the news, colour and diversity of the City of Greater Dandenong each week here on Channel 31. To everyone who has helped out with the show, we extend our grateful thanks. And thanks to you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon. Till then, it's goodbye from everyone here at the City.